What's up, Stompboxers? Jared here from Stompbox Talk. Today I have a very special guest with me, and he drove literally through a mountain of snow to get here. We have Jesse Winslow from Noise Therapy Effects. What's
up?
Going on?
What's up, guys? Hey, Jared. Glad I'm here and glad I survived the trip.
Yeah, so it's got to be crazy to drive through all that snow, but we're really happy to have you here, and I've been looking forward to this a lot. So before we start jamming on some of your pedals, I wanted to start off by talking a little bit about your company. So first question is, what inspired you to start building pedals?
Well, I've always kind of had a bit of a tinkering attitude for years and years and years. I built some kits maybe 10, 15 years ago, but what really inspired me was two events. About 6 years ago, a buddy of mine called me up and said he was looking to build some pedals, and I said, hey, I know a little bit about soldering, and I'm happy to invest in your business. I want to help you out. And that actually ended up morphing into my business as he kind of faded away out of that, decided to do something else. I kind of took the reins as the business grew, and it became my business. The second happened immediately after meeting with him. I recently purchased a pedal. I won't name the company, but I really, really wanted it because I'm into shoegaze, and this is a shoegaze themed pedal. And I noticed when I got it, it didn't sound like shoegaze tone. It sounded like a crappy delay, and it sounded like a okay fuzz, but not shoegazy. I opened it up, and I happened to notice that the circuits inside were very similar to something I was testing and breadboarding myself. I'm like, hey, what's up with this? This doesn't sound shoegaze. I was very upset that I felt misled, and that I was given a product that didn't deliver on what it was supposed to do. So it was really an impetus for me to start to release products that I felt are good values, that have honest advertising, and do something different than what else is out there. And Noise Therapy Effects was born.
That's awesome. Were there any particular pedal builders that did inspire you?
Sure. So in the early days, I was really into like Effector 13, which is Debbie Evers' first company. I thought, wow, these sound amazing. They don't sound like anything else, and the cost on these are really low. I can afford to buy a couple and experiment with them. Fran from Frantone, who is another amazing builder who's still going at it all these years. By the way, invented one of the best big muffs out there before starting her own business. And recently, I work with other companies like Swamp Witch Pedals, who Chris is a freaking genius when it comes to certain techniques and designs that are different from my school, and so he does great stuff. Zach from Malaise Forever, and of course we can't forget John Snyder from EAE, who is a real engineer and makes some of the best drive and ambient pedals out there. And he's a great guy to talk to. A lot of these people are very friendly as far as sharing their advice and design aspects. It's really an amazing community with a lot of these guys. And so they inspire me every day to build better and better designs.
That's really cool. And it seems like a lot of the pedal builders in the community do help each other out and kind of collaborate sometimes, which is really cool. So what's the inspiration behind the Noise Therapy Effects name? How did you come up with that?
Well, again, it goes back to me and my friend Ryan starting to build pedals. Both of us, as we became better friends and better builders together, realized that building pedals was kind of therapeutic to us, and creating music is very therapeutic to a lot of people. Many people who are introverted or struggle with communicating in the world, they pick up their guitar, they stomp on a fuzz box, and that's a way for them to be loud and have their voice heard. And so I wanted to make sure that what I design lends to that it's something that helps you deliver the message you have, when maybe there aren't other ways for you to do that. You're uncomfortable in other ways.
Yeah.
So it's therapeutic for me to build them, and hopefully for you to do your thing with them.
No, and I totally agree with that, because in today's world, you need that outlet to be able to get that therapy, and playing guitar for me is one of those options, and just be able to take a night and just dig into a pedal and create these sounds. That's just very therapeutic. and it just eases the mind in today's world, being a musician. So that's really cool, and I really like the name and the idea behind the name. So I really like the graphics. That's one of the things that I expressed in one of my demos. And what's the inspiration behind the pedal graphics? Because they're just really cool.
Well, when I first started building, I was building all custom stuff, and I was doing it all by myself. So basically, I had to figure out how to do it. I couldn't really do graphics. I'm not a graphic arts guy. I'm an engineer, not an artist in that way. So I was doing really nice powder coats and ink stamping, and they looked good, but it really didn't. I needed to take it to the next level. And through many serendipitous moments, I ended up meeting up with Patrick Waters, who is an artist and has a vision. So he knew my sounds, what I was trying to deliver, and he started to drop these ideas down, and I just went with it because I was used to doing flashy candy coats, and he's like, no, we're doing black and white. I'm like, yeah, well, I've got this idea of this sort of fonts. He's like, no, we're going to take these ideas and translate them into a graphic that's not direct, but it means something. And so our partnership has been amazing. The pedals just shine, they stand out, they don't look like anything else out there, and they look amazing. And I feel really blessed having to meet him and partner up with him.
Yeah, that's really cool, and that's when I first saw the pedal, that's one of the first things I noticed. I mean, just like the graphics are just totally awesome on it. They're totally inviting. It's like you want to know more about the pedal just by seeing the graphics, so I think that's really cool. Okay, so something I've been wanting to know is, what are your upcoming plans for Noise Therapy Effects?
Sure. So currently, right now, I'm offering, I had 5 designs. I've slimmed it down to 3 that I think are my 3 best. But we have a lot of ideas in the works right now. Q1, hopefully January, I plan on releasing another 2 designs in a similar style and size. And I'm going to start a second line that I'm calling the Beast Boxes. They're larger, going to be a larger size with a more complex effect and more features, so more flexibility. I'm really into efficiency of pedals. I don't like pedals with 30 knobs on them, but I like pedals that can do a lot with a little bit of controls. And so I'm really fine-tuning these next few designs, a couple more drive style, fuzz styles, and something completely different that I've been wanting to work on for many, many years, and I'm finally starting to come to fruition. I don't want to give away too much yet, but it will not have a drive circuit in it, and it'll be amazing.
I'm sure it will, and I'm really excited about this because I want to demo some of those pedals just by hearing what you're talking about. So looking forward to that for sure. So what would you say so far is one of your best-selling pedals so far?
Well, I think my most popular pedal right now is the Le Revenant Fuzz, which is a really nice, thick, meaty fuzz. It's not noisy, which is amazing because it's full-on gain. It's maxed out. There's no gain control. It's maxed out, but it's not noisy. It's not gated. You can chug, you can do sustain for days, and you got the cool octave, which is a totally different tone you can throw in there. And so there's a lot you can do with that. And your guitar really translates. We do a demo later, we'll compare a humbucker to a single coil, and you'll hear how those guitars translate even through that thick fuzz. So it's a pedal for everybody.
That's really cool, and that's the Revenant was the last pedal I actually demoed for Snapbox Talk, and the first thing I noticed, I have one word. The first time I picked it up after about 5 minutes, it's ballsy. It's ballsy as hell. So the second thing I noticed about it is it's got sustain for days, like you said, being that the gain is preset to max, right? So right out the gate, you're just like, it's got a lot of balls, it's got a lot of sustain, let's do this. So I was super excited about that. That's one of my latest pedals, if you want to check that out on our YouTube channel. That's the last one that I did, the last review that I did, so, and that was really fun too. So, all right, so let's go ahead and take a quick break. We're gonna come back, we're gonna start looking at some of these pedals, we're gonna have a jam, and we'll do that.